Opening countrywide today is the local film Life Above All. The emotional drama follows the story of 12-year-old Chanda, a young girl whose future looks bright and promising. But her life changes dramatically after the sudden death of her baby sister, her alcoholic stepfather and her mother both falling ill, and her best friend Esther turning to prostitution in order to survive. The role of Chanda is played by newcomer Kgomotso Manyaka. She describes her character further.
She was living in an area that they didn't want to talk about HIV and AIDS. And like if people were HIV and AIDS, they will chase them away so that that particular family cannot have a shame. So Chanda tried to show people that it is wrong.
And one of those people was Mrs. Tafa, who is the family's wealthy next-door neighbor. Mrs. Tafa, played by SAFTA-winning actress Harriet Manamela, has yet to come to terms with the death of her son, who too died from HIV/AIDS. Manamela says, as draining as it was to play the role of Mrs. Tafa, the fact that there are so many real-life characters like her was enough motivation to keep her going.
It was very draining. It was very emotional. And every time I went back to set, I would look at these people, I would look at these children, I would look at the crew, I would look at my director, and I would say, you know, I'm telling a very important story. You know, I'm living a life of somebody who's actually going through the same thing. So having to finish the movie, going back home, for me it was such a relief. You know, looking at my kids, looking at my sisters, my family, my friends, and my community, it was, okay, you're fine now. Now you're Harriet, but then you have to take something from Mrs. Tafa and take it to your community.
The two newcomers believe that audiences will take a lot of positives out of this film.
I'm advising the young ones to go to school, to learn, and to finish school, to do what they want to do when they grow up, not to follow the big step, jumping the step of a childhood. So let's say teenage pregnancy, then they forget that there's HIV and AIDS there's here in our area. So like I'm just advising them that they should be aware of HIV and AIDS.
I think it's the most important and good movie because it's, in other way, it's showing us how to live. As South Africans, we have to unite each other. Like, we have to be together, we have to love each other. We have to know that a person is a person. We have to be together, stick together.
In addition to winning numerous awards, the film received a 10-minute standing ovation at the Cannes Film Festival last year, something Harriet says she will never forget.
As I stood up and looked around me and looked at these people and I looked at myself, and it was like, no, it can't be. Is the movie this brilliant? Was our performance this wonderful? And, you know, even having to share a tear on that day, it was tears of joy. It was tears of, yes, I think we've made it. Yes, we've cracked it. Yes, we've done a wonderful job. It was so amazing, I must say. I can't forget.
At the film's official premiere at Monte Casino in Johannesburg recently, the stars said that they were glad the movie was finally being released in South Africa.
Well, I am excited. I'm very, very excited, and I can't wait for people to watch our movie. Yeah.
I feel so happy to be in the red carpet today. This is my second time being in the red carpet.
This is quite exciting because I'm very interested to see how the South African audience reacts. You know, we've got critical acclaim. We won in Durban with Best South African Film. We've just done well at the SAFTAs, but that's a critical level, and it's really interesting to see how the South African public are going to react to the film.
This is the moment I've been waiting for. I must say, you know, we've visited a lot of countries, and I didn't know how I was going to be received back at home. And now it's here, it's happening, and I'm so excited. I'm really excited.
Life Above All is now showing.